Okay, so time to save now. I showed you before that you can save it out as a PSD file, and that will keep all of your layers in there so that you can just keep working on it. And then when you have it done, we're going to do the same as when we save it for web, when we do our low res to be able to put onto our website, and that is an export. So in this case, we're going to export that as a JPEG. And when you export it, just change your width. In this case, our width is the biggest number. So I would say to you, whichever number is the biggest, change to 800 pixels. So make sure it still says pixels. We're going to change it to 800. You can play around with your quality. And remember how in Photoshop, we're always looking at that number down there to see how many kilobytes this file would be. And we want it to be, that 100 to 200 mark. Now, depending on your original photo, 100 might not be possible. So on mine, if I go all the way up here, you see the most I can get it to be would be 186. Now that's fine. I'm within that 100 to 200 range. If you can't get it that far, even when you're going to 100%, and let's say you're still down at 52K, well, then that's as good as it gets because you started with too low res of an image to begin with. So I'm going to put mine between that 100 to 200. I'm good. And I'm going to say save. And now this time is when I'm going to call it my word art for my lion. And I remember you're going to put the word low in here. I'm actually going to use all caps. It'll save as a JPEG, and you browse to where you want it to go and save. Now that saved file, I would like you to put onto your Photoshop section of your web page. When you put it on there, please give it a title and call it your word art. Please give it a little bit of a description, a couple of sentences as to what tools you learned in Photopea this time. And then lastly, very, very important, remember to publish your website so that I can go and mark it. And then after I get it marked, you will see that I will put your grade into PowerSchool for you. If you have any questions, remember I am available via email, and I will try and get back to you as soon as I can with any questions you might have while you're working through this. I miss you guys.